Hello and welcome to another HHH Racing Snapshot. I'm Howard Kravitz. Let's take a look at a stake race this Saturday evening. This is at night, as you can see on the bottom of the screen on the banner, 10:09 Eastern Standard Time, Saturday night. It's at Prairie Meadows. It is the Iowa Derby. The Indiana Derby is also being run on Saturday, so we have several Midwestern derbies that are starting up this weekend. We've already talked about the Indiana Derby, so make sure you check out that HHH Racing Snapshot video. This is the Iowa Derby. Let's go ahead and take a look at the field right now. Now, there's a very interesting situations happening that we need to talk about in this race. Let's take a look at the field first of all. From the rail, you have the number one, Rome. This horse is ridden by Walter De La Cruz, coming off of 3 wins in a row, 10-1 morning line. Big Blue Line coming off a very nice allowance win with an 87 buyer. The trainer is Paul McGee, David Cabrera in the irons. Here's the big name, the morning line favorite, number 3, Major General. This horse is trained by Todd Pletcher, Javier Castellano in the irons, been in many graded stakes already in his career, has won over $300,000. The number 4, Actuator. Now, Actuator is cross-entered in the Indiana Derby on Saturday. As of this recording, we are not sure where Actuator will be running, but if he's running in the Iowa Derby, he'll be 8-1 morning line. Very talented horse, just broke his maiden, Michael McCarthy and James Graham. The number 5 is Conagher. Just won his last two by over 11 lengths combined with a 104 buyer last time. However, that was just one turn, 7 furlongs. Michael Thompson trains this very fast horse, uh, sired by Jimmy Creed. The number 6 is Feel the Fear, 10-1 morning line. Kevin Roman in the saddle, just missed in the Prairie Mile last time. The number 7 is Diamond Rim, trained by Dan McFarland, and Jermaine Bridgman has the mount, 12-1 morning line. Ain't Life Grand, coming out of the same race that Rome and Feel the Fear came out of, finished a good third in that race, 10-1 morning line. And then you have Rattle and Roll. Now, Rattle and Roll is cross-entered in the Indiana Derby. We're not sure where he is going. If he goes in this spot, he's 3-1 morning line. However, he just ran 1 week ago. So Ken McPeak, the trainer, is coming back very quickly with Rattle and Roll, uh, Glenn Corbett in the irons. And then you have number 10, Chileno, trained by Steve Asperson, just broke his maiden. This horse is sired by Gun Runner out of a Scat Daddy mare. So very interesting breeding. Stu Elliott in the irons for Chileno. Now, again, we're not sure who's going where, which some of these horses. Again, there's two of them. One of them, which is Rattle and Roll, is cross-entered in the Indiana Derby. If Rattle and Roll is going in this race, I'm going to go with Rattle and Roll here. I actually didn't like him in the Indiana Derby. I like him much more in this spot. There's a ton of early speed in this race in the Iowa Derby. There are not a lot of quality closers. Round Roll is by far the best closer in this race. Am I concerned about coming back in a week? Yes, but Ken McPeak must think the horse is feeling good. If he can run even a high 80s buyer, he doesn't have to run a 91. I think is a major factor in this spot. I'm fascinated to see where the connections are going to run Round Roll, whether they're going to run him in Iowa or in Indiana. My second choice would be the number 5, Conagher. And if Rattle and Roll is out, I'd probably go with this horse, the number 5, Conagher, as my top choice for Michael Tomlinson. Do I have concerns about this horse? Absolutely. I have no idea if this horse can get the mile of 16th. Again, this is a horse by Jimmy Creed out of a Niagara Causeway mare. You should be here. The distance is a concern, but this horse is really fast and he's won very well with a 97 and a 104 buyer. He also is carrying 119 pounds, so he's giving up some weight as well. I have major question marks with this horse, but I think he's the speed of the speed and might just wire the field in Iowa on Saturday night. My third choice would be the number 4 Actuator. If that name or that horse looks familiar, yes, this horse is cross-entered, as I said, in the Indiana Derby. Coming off a maiden win by 7 1/4 with a 92 buyer. Again, can he? I have a little more confidence that this horse can get the distance. He's been working very well. I can easily see myself betting Actuator, especially if Rattle and Roll is out of this race. You're going to forget that 8-1 morning line. There's no way this horse is going to be 8-1 coming off that big maiden win with the connections. Even if Rattle and Roll's in this race, I think this horse can be more like 4-1. But I think Actuator is very interesting. The last horse I'd like to mention as a fourth choice, but I might move him up, is the number 8 Life Grand. He ran well last time in that Prairie Mile. There was not a lot of speed in that race. This horse looks like he's improving. He's sired by Not This Time. It was a very nice horse, trained by Kelly Von Hemmel. I think Edwin Gonzalez will take this horse back and make one run if Rail and Roll, it's a big if, but if Rail and Roll is not in this race and runs in the Indiana Derby, I think 8 Life Grand would be a very interesting long shot here in the Iowa Derby. 5 out of 6 in the money lifetime for 8 Life Grand. But assuming this field holds together in the Iowa Derby, I'm going to go on the bottom of the screen. I'll go with the 9 Rattle and Roll again, assuming he's in this race. My second choice would be the 5 Conagher, very fast horse. A number 4, another very fast horse, Actuator. I do not have the 8 on the bottom of the screen here, but I think the 8 Life Grand could be an upsetter in this race, especially if Rattle and Roll is going to the Indiana Derby. It's a fascinating race. Saturday night at Prairie Meadows, it's the Iowa Derby. Good luck, everyone.